Right guys, I don't know where this clip's going to be in the video, but this is actually quite relevant to the build. Anyway, so you may remember, obviously, these are the brackets that came off it now. These are extremely expensive. They're about, what, like nearly about £250 for two of these. Now, I managed to win these on eBay. Now, yes, they are homemade, but they are perfect. They need a clean. But if I was yourself and you come to the same situation where these are broken in your car, rather than paying all the money to get new ones, just make them up. I mean, all this it consists of is a flat bit of steel, obviously with a reasonable thickness for strength, some tube, and this too, obviously just another bit of tube welded together. Now, one thing I will say though is try and keep your sleeves, obviously the sleeves that come out of here, because you will need them just to centralise the bolt. And obviously these still just slot right into there, perfect. So my plan now is I'm going to obviously clean these up, give them a paint, and then they can go in the car. They should be good. I mean, it's better than these anyway. At least these will probably last longer. I mean, well, hopefully anyway. I think I won these on eBay for like 40 odd quid. I mean, I would have made them myself, but I don't actually have a welder anymore, so yeah. Anyway, I'll give this a wee paint. No idea what colour yet, just whatever paint I've got lying about, and I'll see how they come up. Right guys, that is the welding work on the Jaguar XK8 complete now. I'm just going over it with this stuff, so well, this bit here, unfortunately, I'll need to wait for a little bit later date before I can actually get it painted properly, maybe like a body shop or something like that. So I'm going over it with this at the moment. That'll also stop the rust coming back and protect the fresh metal that's there. Then obviously I'm going to go over obviously all the other parts with this. Now, you may remember that big massive hole that was in the chassis leg, and well, there's no hole now because it's been welded. Now it's made a very good job. I'm really happy with that. Try a better shot. Obviously, all the chassis legs, all the kind of bits down here, I've gone over with obviously this stuff, so any rust that is there won't come back, well, in theory. Also, it's had more welding up here, so obviously right in behind here, so there's a big massive hole there too, but that's obviously all been welded too. I know it's hard to see on camera, and it's all been done properly into a very good standard. So yeah, for now, I'm just going over this whole area, as I've done with the other side, make sure it's all protected, inside and out, and then we can get the back bumper on, get this back box kind of bolted back up again, and we can put it back down to the ground and book it in for an MOT. Right, I think before I put the bumper back on, I just want to kind of showcase everything in behind here, because like I have literally protected everything I possibly can, even like right in behind here. Now this is where they always rot. Like there's a big massive kind of like empty space in behind here, and it always rots from like in between the seams here. And yeah, so obviously I've cleaned all in behind here properly. I've used obviously that stuff there, then plenty of that stuff, and this should make it last. I mean, it's not like this car's gonna be getting used in bad weather, so it'll last for hopefully a lifetime, well, in theory. But yeah, everything's in really good condition now. We've done all the there, as you can see. We've got the new bumper brackets, well, not new ones, but the better ones anyway. All along here is very good too. No signs of any accident damage whatsoever. Apologies if the light doesn't do justice so you can see properly. Yeah, everything's good, guys. This bumper bracket here is perfect. It's actually had a repair in the past, so just cleaned and protected that. The only issue is the one on the other side is obviously completely rotten, but a later date I'm going to buy two brand new brackets. Obviously these things they're like welded to the side of the car. I'm going to get two brand new ones of them and get them welded on as well, because they are just quite a common problem in the Jags, because they're made of very thin metal, so they just rot quickly. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's get the bumper on. And yes, obviously all the wheel wells have been protected too. There has been a patch of welding done here in the past, that's kind of obvious, this little mark here, but it's solid. And obviously I've cleaned everything, rust converted, any rust at all, that's all been done there. And obviously it's the same for the other side too. And obviously all the suspension being wax sealed. Anyway, without further ado, let's get this bumper on. Right guys, obviously I'm just in the process of putting the bumper on. Well, obviously it is quite fiddly, because obviously alignment is quite important, obviously. Now, a few things I want to mention is, obviously, if you are thinking about making these homemade brackets, obviously you may remember there's these kind of sleeve things. Now, they normally like locate the bumper, but obviously they keep falling out, because obviously when you remove these, I think the hole kind of just gets a bit worn and just these keep falling out. So with this kind of setup with the homemade brackets, these will actually slot into the actual brackets themselves, and then obviously the bolt will go through. Obviously make sure you got your washer on the end too. I'll kind of show you what that looks like now. Yep, just up there you can see where the washer's inside now. It is very fiddly trying to get that to stay in place while trying to get the bumper on, I'm not going to lie. But I'll show you how everything is when it's all done. Right, that is the bumper on, but As you expect, obviously being aftermarket, well, kind of like homemade brackets, there is some kind of alignment issues, so there's a bit of a gap there, which obviously wasn't there before. I did kind of suspect that when I looked at this bracket. It looks like it just shaped a little bit different from the other side. But I mean, it's okay. I mean, from a distance, I mean, if you look at like from this angle, it's only when you're down to like a low angle you notice the gap there, but I mean, it's better than no brackets. I mean, I'd rather that than pay £200 for them. Right, so this side fits perfect. As you can see, that bit there, coming into here, it fits perfect. There's all nice and snug. Even here, it's perfect. Oh, now that's a lot better. Managed to actually kind of secure at the front, and now there's no gap. Nice one. Right guys, so obviously the Jaguar is booked in for MT tomorrow, so I do need to check a couple of things over. I need to check, there's like an advisory for some stuff on the brake pipe on the offside front, so I need to double check that. Everything at the back end's done, as you all know. I'm just going to like tidy up some wiring in the engine bay for the coil packs, and then the MT's at like, what was it, 3:15 tomorrow, so I'll take the camera along for that, but really excited. Right, that's the intake pipe whipped off now. What I want to do is I want to just tidy up all this kind of wiring for the coil packs, because as you can see, they've actually got no physical protection or anything at all. So I'm going to go over it with Tesa tape. It's quite a good kind of protection, but also makes it look quite presentable. I've already done the other side, which I'll show you now. And as we can see, that looks loads better. So that definitely needs done. Actually, one thing I want to touch on just before I crack on is that in the future, obviously, depending on how cost and where I can find to do it, I want to get the throttle body, sorry, not really ported out larger as such, but I want it polished. So obviously take a really small amount of material off the throttle body, and then also get it like polished to like almost like a glass finish, including obviously the throttle valve. Now you're thinking, oh, why am I doing that? Well, now I have actually installed in the past a port and polished throttle body onto a naturally aspirated engine many years ago, and I can tell you from an absolute fact, it made a difference. Like throttle response was better, and obviously because the airflow is like glass just going through, it just went, you know, it's obviously a lot faster flowing. It made a massive difference. So this is something, it's because with an actually aspirated engine, there's only so much you can do to get power out of them without spending an extreme amount of money. So this is 290 brake standard, about 283 brake standard, obviously NA, and it won't take much to get this car over 300 horse with basic breather mods. So that's my obviously plan for that. It's actually quite a big throttle body as well, but I reckon we can do it. It's just more to find a place that can do it. Anyway, let's get this loom all tidied up. There we go. Now that's all the kind of coil pack wiring tidied up, and that looks really nice. To be fair, I mean, there is supposed to be covers, well, covering the coil packs, but obviously they're gone. Gotta speak some crap. Anyway, my next job is I'm gonna jack up the car, check something on this side, and just treat all the suspension with some nice clear wax, so obviously it preserves it. So let's jack the front end up. Right, so we're currently on the driver's side front. Now, as I said guys, right, you know, it's in pretty good condition. I mean, you get a good look at the bushes and all that. They're actually pretty good, as is the spring. I mean, bit of corrosion down there, but like everything's relatively good. Discs, even though they're pitted, these actually were replaced, what, like I think about a year ago roughly, and as you can tell, the pads are pretty good as well. Brake hoses, they seem, I mean, they'll need a little bit of cleanup, but they're not severely corroded. See, the rest of the suspension is pretty good too. Like, it's very hard to see on camera guys, but the bushes are all kind of like sound. I'll try a shot of the other bush for you there. So yeah, the bushes are pretty good. So yeah, the bushes are pretty good guys. I mean, it's like, that's like the truck's on end. I don't know if you can see, but like, that's all pretty good too. So my plan is, anyway, I'm going to everything just a quick rub down with the wire brush, just get all the loose stuff off. Then I'm going to go over all like the suspension bits with actually wax oil, but the clear stuff, so it's actually a clear wax. Now, obviously I have used this stuff before. It's basically the same as Dinitrol, so it will obviously make everything still look presentable whilst giving it protection. So that's the idea anyway. Right, that's the driver's side done. I mean, okay, I could have maybe held the can back a little bit, but I mean, at least everything's protected now. Good stuff, that. Yes, obviously I maybe held it a little bit too close in some areas, but it is what it is. Right, obviously now we're on to the passenger side now. Again, everything's in pretty remarkable condition. I think we'll agree. I mean, you look at all the brake pipes and stuff like that. Like, everything's in such good condition. I mean, like, oh, I mean, like, camera doesn't do justice, but I mean, yeah, everything is in pretty remarkable condition considering this is from 1996. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely remarkable. I mean, so, same process. I was not going to film it because I can't be bothered, I'm not going to lie. But let's crack on. Right, that is the passenger side done. Now, in case you're wondering why I'm actually kind of showing you all of this kind of process, it's because, well, then again, it's just for kind of like reference, really. And if I ever decide to sell this car in the future, there's obviously a reference and proof that obviously all the kind of necessary work's been done. I think some shots underneath. Yeah, she's really good, like, really good condition. I'm actually really surprised. It must have been restored at some point. It must have been restored at some point. It has to have been. I mean, there's no way a car this age is this good condition. I mean, it's like, I've seen modern, new cars, like 2010 onwards, that are like incredibly corroded compared to this, so... Anyway, that's the rust protection done anyway. To be brutally honest, right, I think my only concern is emissions. I mean, there is, the slightest misfire. I don't know if you can actually notice it or even hear it, but there is a slight misfire. It's very occasional. It could be because the car is obviously needing a good run, but obviously I'll be doing that before the MOT anyway, but the car is running very smoothly. I mean, there's nothing to be like, I mean, there's no smoke. I mean, everything's happy on the dash. So, yeah. Anyway. Right. Well, technically now that's the Jaguar now ready for the MOT. I can't think of anything else that would fail on. I mean, I've literally all the advisories from the last MOT and before. I swear to God, every single advisory has been ticked off the list. And apart from that, I cannot find anything else that could potentially fail on. I mean, underneath is, well, pretty much perfect, really. But fingers crossed. Right, guys, I'm actually going to end this video here because I'm actually in the process of editing it right now, and I kind of forgot to film an outro. But anyway, so yeah, the car is ready for MOT. It's actually going in for MOT tomorrow. But that'll be like a separate video because, like, this video is basically consisted of getting it ready for MOT and basically all that kind of stuff. So the next video sees technically a first drive video and an MOT, like kind of will it pass style video. Fingers crossed. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe, because I'm hoping to get as much content out of this Jag as possible because I absolutely love it. I've taken a real like at this Jag, and honestly I hope you guys too. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.